To add your farms and field names into Traction, go to Field Operations and then find Farms and Fields on the left nav. Here you can see we have no farms and fields added yet. So the first step is to add a grower. So go ahead and type in the grower name, or call it the farm name. We'll punch in the address and hit save and close. Once we do that first step, you'll have the 3 dots on the far right next to the grower name. We'll choose New Farm. Farm names are a way to group fields together. So you can make this as very complicated as you want. In my case, I'm going to keep it very simple and just have one farm name called the home farm. But you might have other farm names, like the landlord might be a farm name to kind of keep all the landlord fields together. So it's really a way to organize your fields. No right or wrong way of doing this. But you do have a 3-dot button next to the farm name. You can add a new field this way. So we'll type in field 1. Here's the map of our farm. Let's say I want to zoom in down to this field. This is not a required step, but you do have some different tools in the far left here to draw the field boundary, or you can import a shapefile of that field boundary, and that would be a few different ways to create a boundary, but I'm going to just go ahead and trace the field boundary in by hand. It says it's 24.2 acres. Now, if it's really 24 acres, you can override that and put in the tillable acres in the very top here. Hit the save and close button, and that will save it. So what you do here is just keep on adding each field just by hitting the 3 dots here next to the farm name. You'll add each field in and populate the fields. Now the next step after you add the fields is to assign the crop year to the field. That can be done by going to the Stark Farms up on the very top here and choose Manage Crop Years. This is covered in another knowledge base article, but this is where you would assign the crop to the field, which is very important for the field record keeping side of it, as well as assigning costs and expenses to each of those fields once you start using the program. The other thing to point out, if you have Climate Field View or John Deere Operations Center, there is ways to bring in this information in through integrations. If you want to connect to Climate or John Deere, it will actually fill in your farms and fields for you automatically. So that would save you some work here of having to type in everything by hand. You can do integrations, as well as if you had FarmWorks software, we can export all the FarmWorks farms and fields through one step and then bring all that stuff into Traction. Only takes a couple of minutes to do all that. So there are different ways of bringing in the farms and fields. It really comes down to your preference.